What is SAP? So basically, if you want to know about SAP, before knowing about SAP, you should know that there are some terminology which is called ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay, that is the word basically which is used, Enterprise Resource Planning. So SAP comes under the umbrella of ERP. Now, भैया कि अभी ये ERP क्या है? पहले तो get that clarified कि ERP क्या है? Then you would be able to understand, right? Now, you think about the companies, you think about the MNC companies, multinational companies, let's say whether it is Apple, right? Whether it is Reliance, whether it is Unilever, whether it is Google, right? Whenever you need to think about ki, bhaiya, what is SAP, first thing you need to think, don't think about Lala ki dukaan, right? Don't think about very small business, think about the big businesses, right? Now, these big businesses, and there are so many are there, right? I have just written the few names, right? Apple, Reliance, Unilever, Google, Siemens, Philips. So many businesses are there. All these big businesses generally they have their companies into the multiple countries. They have their manufacturing, products, distribution, services. They distribute it across the world, right? They distribute across the world. The manpower who work with them, it is not hundred thousands. It's kind of a 1 lakh, 1,50,000, that kind of big manpower distributed into the different countries, right? So when you need to handle that big business, right, where basically you would be doing buying also in this business, you would be doing manufacturing also in that business, you would be doing planning, quality control, plant maintenance, you would be doing selling, you need to maintain your books also, right? On those big businesses, if you want to do all this stuff and you want to make sure that there should be the processes, because when your company is big, it is basically the processes become very important, right? If you want to make sure that everything, every product which you are delivering it, whether it's in India, USA, South Africa, should be having the same kind of standards and qualities, it is very important to adhere the processes, right? Then you need to make the processes and you need to make sure that all of your employees in the different processes, in the different departments, they should ensure adherence to the processes. And then you as a leader, you should be having a complete visibility. What is happening in South Africa? What is happening in Canada? What is happening in USA? What is happening in India? The complete visibility should be there with you, right? Complete transparency should be there with you. The complete reporting should be available so that you would be able to take some business decisions. Ki, bhaiya, in which country, which product is doing good? We need to do more. Some countries, some products are not doing good. They are not generating enough profits. Even they are in loss. Let's shut them down. Let's bring them the new. Which areas you need to focus on? It's very important in the big businesses. Now, how these all big businesses would be depending on their processes. These big businesses, they depend on their processes based on the ERP softwares. And now I'm still taking a generic word, ERP software, right? They use the ERP softwares. Now, ERP software are the meaning of ERP is enterprise resource planning. Enterprise resource planning. Anything, any software which provide a solution to enterprise to manage their resources, a solution to enterprise to manage their resources is called ERP software, enterprise resource planning, right? And under the umbrella of ERP is not a company. ERP is not a brand name. ERP is a generic terminology. Under that, different softwares are there. What are those software? SAP is one, Oracle, PeopleSoft, right? Barn systems, Microsoft Dynamics. So many different ERP systems are there. These ERP systems, they all what they have in nature, they have a defined processes. They already have a defined processes. You implement those softwares, right? And you need to then fine tune and configure those defined processes to match exactly what business require, because every business is different. Reliance processes might be different from Apple processes might be different from Unilever. They are into the different segment, they are into the different region, and they have a different set of mindset which is governing that business, right? Even though the two companies are there, Unilever has been having a similar kind of business, Procter and Gamble is having a similar kind of business. They both use the same software, but their processes can be little different because their leadership focus is different. Other company leadership focus is different, right? So based on that, their process fine tuning can be different. So this ERP software has been implemented in those companies, and by using that ERP software, by fine-tuning those processes for them, it has been ensured that how they would be doing buying, how they would be doing planning, how the materials will come, how the financial books would be maintained, how the general ledger accounting, credit, debits will happen, and how everything will get connected with each other, right? How the quality operation, sales operation will happen. That is managed by the ERP system. And now, what is SAP now? SAP is world's biggest ERP system. SAP is world's biggest ERP system. SAP claimed that now SAP has within SAP also, it's the things are so complex. Within SAP also there are 100 plus products are there, right? By using those 100 plus products, but SAP claims that world's 80% revenue touches through the SAP software. At some point of time when the world is generating revenue by selling it, 80% of the revenue touch the different SAP products at some point of time. That's make a flagship runner. SAP become a flagship runner in the ERP softwares, right? All these companies which I have written, and so many companies, you list down the Fortune 500 companies, the big companies. 80% of these companies are using SAP to manage their business. And we are not talking about the small business. We are talking about hundreds of manufacturing plants. We are talking about 300s of distribution centers. We are talking about 50 to 60 procurement departments. We are talking about 200 sales department across the different global and region, right? If those kind of big things are required, you surely need a strong software. Now the question is, sir, develop kar lo. We can also develop a software, right? A lot of companies are there who are making small applications, right? Now let me tell you one thing. These softwares, if you think about business, there are so many things in the business. You need to plan, right? Then you need to procure it. Within the procurement, there are so many things. The approvals need to be there, purchase requisitions need to be there, purchase orders need to be there. Then you need to manufacture it. For manufacturing also, you need to do the planning. You need to do the inventory management. You need to do the warehouse management, right? You need to maintain that when the transaction is happening, somebody is buying, somebody is manufacturing, somebody is selling. All this need to be connected with the planning. All this need to be connected with the finance books entry, the credit entries, the debit entries, everything need to happen, right? So that makes this software too complex. So it is not easy for any company who said that, "Bhaiya, white paper lo and create a software from scratch to me. Create a scratch software for my company." That will take another 10 to 15 years to do it, right? And the another thing is that these companies, the Apple, Google, they are focused on to develop their product, right? Apple is focused on your iPad, Apple phones, right? Their job is not to create the softwares where the businesses are run. Who is expert in that? Microsoft is expert in that. SAP is an expert in that, right? Those are the companies, they have expertise to create those enterprise software. And SAP is a German company who is the flagship runner into the enterprise resource planning software. So they have already their processes there. They have already defined the processes. All the coding has been done. What you need to do in the SAP software, if you want to run it, you need to enter your products, your master data. You need to enter your company data, your company code, and then you need to fine tune. The processes are already there. You can adopt the SAP processes, or you can fine tune the processes by doing some configurations or by doing some additional coding. That is 5 to 10% of the additional coding. If SAP coding has been done as 100 line of code SAP has written, you can write another 2-3 line of code to fine tune for your business processes, to enhance to your business processes. Okay, so that is the thing which is in generally has been done. Okay, so that is basically SAP. SAP is a company and they are the biggest software, and they are also not only the biggest software. Let me also tell you, after working into so many years in SAP, and now I can tell you that SAP is also the most complicated software. Most complicated because it has solution for everything. Anything you think about the business, HR, you think about the salaries, distributing the salaries, you think about the taxations, you think about the finance, you think about the controlling, you think about the quality, plant management, project management, everything SAP has. And these all things are not single software. This is connected under the one software. Everything, every transaction is connected with each other. So at the back end, there are so many wires which is tangled with each other, connecting one dot to another. At the back end, it is very complex, right? At the back end, it is very complex. But That kind of complexity comes because business itself is complex. Business is not, the manufacturing does not happen standalone. The manufacturing is always connected with the buying, and it's also connected with the sales, right? And finance, definitely it is connected. So is business work as a connected way, so the software also need to be connected. So to do this connected software, it become a very complex software. That's why if you want to implement, if any company want to implement, let me give you example. Let's say, just a giving example. Let's say Unilever said, I'm not using SAP, I'm using, let's say, another system, Microsoft Dynamics. I want to shift to SAP, right? Unilever is saying, I am on the Microsoft Dynamics system, and let's say I want to shift to SAP. What do you think, how long it will take for a company like Unilever to shift to SAP from the Microsoft Dynamics? 1 year, 2 years, 2 to 5 years, less than 1 year, greater than 1 year, greater than 2 years, 2 to 3 years. My experience said, let me tell you, it will take between 10 to 15 years. It will take between 10 to 15 years. It's not easy for an enterprise that big, MNC we are talking about, to shift their full business into these kind of complicated softwares. These kind of complicated software, even though there are the projects are happening where basically people are shifting from SAP ECC. They are already using SAP ECC, is the older version. Now they are shifting it to SAP S4 HANA, right? From ECC to S4 HANA they are shifting. That project itself can take easily for these big companies 5+ years. That itself it can take. They are already using SAP. Within SAP now they want to introduce a new module. The new module they want to introduce is transport management. They would introduce, they will create a template, and slowly from one country to another country to another country, it will roll it out. It can, even including one single module also, can take 5 to 10 years. That complex the software it is, right? So now you try to understand, if it is that long project, how many number of people would be required to do it? How many number of consultants? Now, the people who help to implement that software in the company, the people, I will repeat, the people who help to implement, who help companies to implement that software in their company are called consultants, right? Or called the SAP consultant. They are the different type of SAP consultants are there, but those are SAP consultant. Now, that's where basically the SAP consultant demands comes into the market, right? Because that big projects, one single thing included takes long time. At the back end, it is the system is complex. We need people who understand the business. We need people who understand the system. We need people who understand the complexity of SAP. That's where basically the consultant requirements comes in, right? Now with this, two question has been answered now, right? You understand what is SAP and why do business require SAP, right? You understand what is SAP and why do business are complex. They have so many functions in it, and SAP provide that functions, features, and everything connected with each other. That's why they adopt to SAP. SAP is the most used software. Many companies have already used. It is very good, stable software, proven softwares used by multiple countries in multiple taxations, multiple languages supports are there, right? Which is not there in the other software.